Hey, how's it going guys? Phil here, and in this video I'll show you how to replace your toilet fill valve with the Fluidmaster Performax. If after flushing your toilet you find that the tank is not refilling, it's probably time to replace the fill valve. That's the tall tube on the left with the float on it. The Fluidmaster Performax is a universal fill valve, advertised as quiet and fast filling, and replaces a number of different valve types regardless of brand or color. Fluidmaster has its own installation video, and a quick install guide is included in the box. The kit comes with a fill tube clip and plastic locking nut. The height is adjustable from 9 to 14 inches by simply twisting the bottom portion. Turning it clockwise makes the tube shorter, and counterclockwise makes it longer. The lengths are marked on the lower threaded portion of the tube. Make sure not to remove the lock washer in the middle, or you will not be able to adjust its height. To install the fill tube clip, simply push the tube onto the tapered nipple above the clip until it is fully seated. At the top of the fill valve are two knobs. The gray one marked tank water adjusts the height of the float to change the amount of water in your tank. Turning it to the right towards the plus increases the water level, while turning it to the left lowers it, and you'll see the float height change accordingly. The blue knob controls the amount of water used to fill your toilet bowl. By default, it is preset for the most common toilet bowl volume. However, turning it to the left towards the plus increases the amount of water, and to the right decreases it. The locking nut will attach to the threaded end on the bottom of the fill tube to secure it to your toilet tank. Before you begin installation, shut off the water to your toilet by closing the valve on the line that feeds water into it. Then press and hold the flush lever or button on your toilet to drain the tank as much as possible. The tank should not refill since the water has been shut off. Place a towel under the water inlet for the tank and ready a catch bucket underneath. Then carefully loosen and remove the hose connector for the toilet tank by turning it clockwise, catching any water that may run out. Next, we'll remove the locking nut on the existing fill tube, again by turning it clockwise. Slowly lift the fill tube up and be ready to catch the remaining water in the tank as it runs out. You'll also need to unhook the fill tube from the fill pipe in the middle of the tank. When there is no more water coming out, you can remove the bucket and wipe up any spills. You may also want to use sponges or hand towels to soak up any residual water left in the tank. Now, take your new fill valve, ensuring that the height has been set properly, and place it into the hole in the tank for the water inlet. Then take the fill tube clip and slide it into the fill pipe, making sure the fill tube faces down into the middle of the pipe. On the underside of the toilet, attach the included locking nut by turning it counterclockwise until it is snug. Hand tightening is sufficient. Do not use any tools here, as over-tightening may cause leaks or damage. Now, reattach the water line by turning the connector counterclockwise until it is snug. Slowly open the water line valve and check for leaks. And now we can see that my toilet tank is filling up once again as it should. The unit actually isn't that noisy, less so than my previous fill valve, so in terms of being quiet, I think that statement is accurate. The tank does seem a little bit underfilled though, so I'll raise the float and water level by turning the gray knob clockwise. Lastly, we'll check the water level in the bowl. First, add a gallon of water to the bowl if the level is low, and allow the water level to settle. Then mark that level with a pencil and flush the toilet. We're looking for the level of the water to stop right at that pencil line when the tank stops filling. If it ends up higher or lower, adjust it by turning the blue knob until you get the level that you want. And that's it, a simple and straightforward repair that you can do yourself at home without having to call a plumber. I hope you enjoyed this repair video. You can ask me any questions in the comments. I'll put links to the products that I used in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and join me next time.